again, the idea is use your creativeness to see how you can set aside, you might say, these things like books or manuscripts or whatever that we've rehearsed lines and created routines, and just put them on the shelf. They're there. It's always there. Now, the fun part is, as you go along with this, now Paul started out with this, the light and sound idea, okay? So that gave a good reference to people when they hear the old idea was the Bani or whatever sound, sound of life, the sound current, all these things. And when he gave his spiritual exercises, it was basically, first of all, the light and sound. Now, what he was really referring to, and he really didn't say it, was the secondary light. And in dialogues and or the far country, this was explained more. Revizar explained this more, and so giving people the hint. So the fun part is eventually when you see that the secondary light is necessary, and this is what most people are after, that's the information. That's where this is where the isness comes down, and it transforms into information, data, whatever. And so this is where people sit cross-legged and meditate and home and whatever, because they're looking for the information, or what they call enlightenment, okay? And they think that's the ultimate. Well, again, it's not. And so the real light, you're first going to get the information, and the real light is recognized for what it is, okay? There is a difference there. So it appears the same, okay? It can appear the same, which it basically does, like the sun shining or whatever. It appears the same, or a light bulb or whatever. It's some kind of light. And it's like, well, gee, all these things are light. Just like here where, processed sugar and honey is categorized as the same thing, but they're two different things altogether. See? So again, this is where people do not see what's going on. So you have to learn to separate what you're doing. You're using your mind to separate these things, and then just like a scientist, you analyze each one. You, like an investigator, you kind of look at it. But that's very important. Is that most people are caught up in the secondary light and simply getting the information and literalizing it. This is what's taking place on the world. So this is where they're using these ideas like God and saviors and all these things, whatever, masters, gurus, whatever, enlightenment, freedom, all this. It's literal. And so again, it's not up or down. It's not this or that or inner or outer. It is. And it's just like you're just standing there, and everything's available right where you're at. So it's not about up or down or whatever. And the isness is all. Just like when we're standing anywhere, let's say we're standing outside, we'll just use that, and the air is everywhere, you see? And so if you go somewhere else, it's the same air. Doesn't matter if you're moving the body around according to movement within creation, but it's the same air, you see? So really, eventually you realize, I don't have to move anywhere because it's all the same. And the same with awareness. See, this is where the up and down and all that. So we went through that literalness, and for one to recognize what's real, yes, it's now, it's all, and it's not about going somewhere or chasing something or getting something, you see, because it's all available. And so you simply decide, and you need that intent there too, that this is what you want to be with all life, and that let life show you. That's been what's been proposed here for the longest time. Let life show you what's next, because that's the fun part. Life has fun, you might say, showing us what's next. And so what is it we need? And at the same time, with our personal self, that's where we decide how we're going to be creative here with the 5 bodies. There is a difference there. So Life will show us something, the guides will show us something, etc. We show each other something, but at the same time, we decide with our personal life. But when it comes to all life, no, it doesn't make sense that we decide anything, that we learn to see what it is. You see, that's the difference. And so because people have become literalized, they're thinking that they know what life is and that it does this and that and whatever. Well, again, that's all literal ideas and creation. It has nothing to do with what life is. So it's learning to see the difference between the secondary light and the real light, which is awareness. You see, that's the fun part.